Did the Most High create evil? Find out today on today's episode. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and I create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Let's discuss. So first, who is responsible for both light and darkness? Well, according to this verse, the Most High is responsible. If we look at Proverbs verse 16, or chapter 16, verse 4, it says, the Lord has made all these things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Now, let's consider, if he was not responsible for both light and darkness, he would not be in control of everything. Psalm 24:1 says it, the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. So he has to have control or creative control over everything, not just the good. Finally, most people know that Most High has been proclaimed as all-powerful. Isaiah 44:6 make this, thus says the Lord, or makes this claim, thus says the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, I am the first, and I am the last, and besides me, there is no other God. Now, besides knowing that God is not really the word there, or Elohim, it should be there, there's no other power like the Most High. So, that should answer squarely the first question. Yes, he did create both light and darkness. Going on to the second question. Who is responsible for both peace and evil? And again, we find that the Most High is responsible for both peace and evil. If we go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 and 8, it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And then we have to also consider things that we read in the New Testament as well. The Most High wants vengeance to be his because he wants place for his own wrath to shine through, as recorded in Romans chapter 12, verse 19, where it reads, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Whose wrath? The Most High's. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Okay. So, third question. How do you perceive the idea of the Most High creating evil? Wrong or right? Why? And how do you suppose he made such evil? Okay, so here at first light, we perceive the Most High creation of evil as being something that is righteous. Now, you may ask yourself, why? Well, here's why. Without a real-life plausible alternative, free will would cease to exist, and mankind would simply be robots, just machines, just doing what they're tasked to do. So there had to be a tempting, viable alternative. Otherwise, it's not really a choice at all. It's just a no-brainer. We have no agency to pull us in a different direction if we so chose to. And as for the last portion, evil can simply be had by simply having a space devoid of a consuming fire. And we state this in light of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 29, where it says, our God is a consuming fire. So if he's consuming, if he's nowhere around, then we have the whole paradigm of like night and day, the sun and night, where when you take that source away, then that's when the coldness comes in. That's when the chill comes in. But when it comes back forth at an appropriate distance, it brings life and warmth and growth. So that's how you can have evil exist. Most High just simply pulls back from the scene and allow chaos just to take over. It's just simply where he is not. And is the Most High justified in creating evil? Why or why not? So again, we say yes, the Most High is justified in creating evil, chiefly because love has to be a choice, and without choice, there really is no love. No way you put it. It's like having a mail order bride or something, or prearranged marriages, so to speak, where people just don't together. And okay, yes, they can grow to enjoy one another's company, but at the same time, most of us like that choice, especially in today's society, the choice to choose, the inclination to show affection to one another, to grow together, versus just something that is just a given. Thus, if we look at everything overall, the creation of evil was necessary to elicit love. However, we don't want you to think that this evil place is not is some hopeless abyss devoid of any guiding principles, and that the Father just left us as rejects, so to speak, because He hasn't. The Most High has left us signs and wonders, the sun, the moon, the star, laws of nature. The Torah has been left to us, the guiding principles of how we should interact with one another, and all the other writings of the prophets. So we are not left without choice. It's just you have to make it reasonable enough, and then also give, and where we can weigh and balance, we see the result of someone living righteously, and we see the result of someone living unrighteously. And from generation to generation, we have to make that choice of which way we're going to live, which way we're going to go. Okay, so question 5: is the Most High to blame if we fall for the evil? Why or why not? And this can be a tricky one as well. First, we're going to just straight out say that no, the Most High is not to blame if we fall for the evil. Okay? He just simply isn't. Here's why. Since the death of Adam, every man can reason that not a single thing is taken to the grave. So all the striving that we have, we know that no one's going to be taking anything with them, that they leave everything behind. And yet mankind still goes blindly after the things that he cannot take. So then it's akin to madness. Why would we do things? It's all about greed, about possession. He who has the most toys wins. We see the senselessness of it, but people still do the same thing generation after generation, time and time again. Additionally, the Most High has given us the law. The Most High has allowed His word to spread throughout the whole earth. The law has been given, and the Messiah was given as well, who magnified the law in what we call the New Testament today. So people are without excuse, truly and simply without excuse. If we go further, give me one moment. All right, so yes, Isaiah 42:21 just makes that clear, that the Most High is well pleased for His righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable, and He did that through the Messiah. Going on. As I was saying earlier, most men will only strive for what is destined to be lost. And in that way, it's just vanity and a vexation of spirit, as Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 14 says. And it's a mindless chasing after the wind. So if it's self-evident through our lives, that all this creation is being corrupted, it's become worse and worse, and we still choose the evil versus the good, then with our free will, we chose that which was wrong. We have tests in school, and people can study for and not study. Correct answer and wrong answer. But people still have a choice whether they're going to study or apply themselves or not. The same thing with the studies of life. Okay, finally, our 6th question: should we rage against the ultimate potter who has made vessels for honor and dishonor? And what does this say about the Most High's ability to choose? Okay, so of course, again, we should not rage against the Most High for making vessels of honor and dishonor. Romans 9 verses 20 to 21 says the same thing about our reply. Like, how can we reply to the person who formed us, or the being who formed us? Why has God made me thus? We each have a choice, even in the state that we are, to humble out or to be proud. And the Most High knows how He's created each one of us, and He have mercy accordingly. To much whom much is given, much is required. So if you haven't been given much, then not as much is going to be required of you. Okay? But why? Okay? People still will have that question, but why? Okay, that sounds good and well. Well, because in the eternal scheme of things, Most High is just. So, with these vessels of dishonor, He's given them 2,000 plus years to get it right. And He has even winked at unintentional ignorance, as stated in Acts chapter 17, verse 29 to 30. But still, men choose to go the wrong way. And even to this day, people are like, oh, the law has been done away with, and having even read it, don't have a full understanding of it, but they still reject it. That's cold turkey, or just out of the blue. And they go along with lawlessness. They do no due diligence, and Most High is looking at all this, the spiritual laziness that's involved in just trusting someone, trusting a man versus doing the study yourself. Finally, just like we have must force the Most High in His choice, just like we have a right to choose, that is, not marrying someone we don't love, the Most High also has the same ability. It shows that we were truly made in His image. See, the world wants to think that the Most High should not be able to choose, but that is not the case. That is not the case at all. Pardon me. Let's get back to the same right screen. But He has the ability to choose, and He's chosen a people, and He's chosen a particular pathway, and He changes not. That's His choice. So, anyway, let's conclude this up. This is our sword ready verse for this week by the Messiah, and it says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." And that's found in Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Anyway, thanks for your support. This is Renaya for week 31, signing out. Shalom.